Hi, everyone. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. I am so sorry for the mishap that we just had on live. Legend still is not asleep, but I don't want people waiting too long for this call. So I'm getting ready to go ahead and break everything down. Um, if you were not on the call, I just want to say happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. I hope you and your families are doing well. I am going to share my screen now and we're going to kind of pick up where we just left off. Um, where did we leave off? Okay, we were here. All right, so last week, you guys, you know, I was at the FX Summit, so I did not do the call last week, but I do want to kind of recap where we were previously from that point the week before then. And the only reason I'm even going back is because you cannot understand where you are without understanding where you've been. Ooh, that's a quote. Okay. Not just in the markets and life, but just like we apply real life things in the market, or I try to apply analogies for you guys, is also very, very true in the market, which is why you always look left to determine, okay, what was my previous zone, or what was my previous level of resistance? What was my previous level of support? All of these things are important because ultimately your past determines your future. Okay. So where we were that Sunday, we were here, and you guys can go back and look at this on the previous YouTube. So I'm not going to spend too much time in it, but we were here, right? And actually I had taken this trade here for a sale that Friday. I posted it on Instagram, but go back to the last Zoom to really see where we were there. Um, on that Sunday call, though, we talked about this minor structure zone coming through here. And at this minor zone, I'm going to put it on replay so you guys can see it in real life time where we were. All right. At this minor zone, we talked about look to see if we see momentum or exhaustion for our sell, right? So we knew that a sell was coming because we had this 1 hour trend line from below. So we knew we had to get to this point, right? And like I tell you guys all the time when it comes to trading, it's not if it's going to happen, it's when. All right. Super important. And I always try to teach from the perspective of having you guys understand things in depth so that you guys are able to react to it in real life time, because ultimately trading, the sooner people realize that we do not control the market, we are adapting to the market. We are trading what we see, not what we think. That's super important so that you guys can ultimately continue and constantly win trades, right? So here we talked about, all right, you want to see, are we going to see momentum or exhaustion, right? And we knew again that line below was going to be our TP levels. So here we talked about if we saw exhaustion, price was going to pull back, retest this to continue down further. Or we were just going to have a break straight through because, again, this was a minor structure zone. So ultimately, let's put this, play this. Ultimately, we had the straight breakthrough. All right. Then that Monday night, you guys know the first Monday of every month is where the automated students call, have their calls where they can ask questions. Here, we talked about this going into a buy. All right. So we had reached the zone. We had exhaustion here. We talked about this possibly going into a buy. Now, we even had two scenarios with that where we talked about you always want to look at price to see what price is doing, because we talked about price either coming here and buying, right? Back up. Okay. Or price potentially had the option of breaking, retesting to continue further. Now, here we knew our immediate trade was a buy. We talked about, okay, after that plays out, you look to see what happens next. But the key thing was the take profit was at this level. Now, the reason I trade like this, you guys, is really from experience. Like Mike said on the call, is that as you guys continue to be in the market, you will kind of determine and be able to see what things happen often. And when I draw my zones, I really look at them as kind of like stop signs in real life, right? If I see a stop sign in the street, I'm going to pay attention to that stop sign. I'm not just going to keep going. Even though it's not an all-out red light, it's still a stop sign for a reason. So these zones are literally minor halts for a reason. And I say that because that same buy that I took, let's measure this. So this coming to here. All right. So let's say 75 to 80 pips, right? That buy. Now, if I play this some more, let's just play it out. All right. The reason I said take profit here is exactly why, or what you see happen. This is the exact reason why. It's because you never, well, I'm not that type of person. I'm never the type of person that want to go all the way in profit just to have all my profits taken away from me. Now, if you are a swing trader, right, and you're okay with literally 80 pips going into profit and going completely down another 70 pips. So let's say, all right, so in totality, this was 90 pips just to have, all right, so let's say we went 90 pips in profit and then now have 68 pips like gone back the other way. I would never be that person that would be okay with that, right? Like I would want to enter here, then enter again in a different area, so forth and so on. But again, I'm an intraday trader. First rule to understanding this process is identifying the type of trader you are based off of your own personality. All right. So again, I'm an intraday trader. That's why I do that. Now, here, as this continues, all right, we see this level holding up, right? So trend line, we have trend line bounce, trend line bounce, trend line bounce all through here, right? Now, again, this zone is still extremely prevalent, okay? So as time progressed, we ended up breaking and retesting this zone. So nothing more different than red box, blue box, green box, all right? We are breaking and retesting. So we break, we have a level of resistance that is broken, and then that level of resistance retest as support. All right. Now I had bars patterns all on this, but I actually don't even know what happened to them. I hide them. No, I guess I deleted them. But anyway, so here we had our break. I think I just deleted them on our last call, actually, or the live that we were just on. But here we have our break. We retest as support to continue higher. All right. Now, a question that I know some people probably would have is here, why didn't I have a fib right here on this first part here? I actually did. I actually think I had this drawn on the call too. But as you guys know, my minor fibs, I always adjust. I don't adjust my major fibs. I'll always adjust my minor. Okay. So here, hold on one second, you guys. Sorry. One sec, Reggie. All right. So we have this adjust, because again, like basically this minor fib played out. Now, as my minor continues, I'm going to adjust with that. I do not move my major. I only always move my minor. So we have here, we have this pullback, this, again, resistance being broken and tested as support. Price pushes higher. And then the same thing happened with our major zone. All right. Remember, we have our minor zone and then our major zone up top. Let me play this out. So price here on this negative 61.8 starts to diverge, then basically retest. So again, resistance that is broken being tested as support. Nothing different. Really, the red box, blue box, green box. But again, the more experience you guys have, you'll be able to grasp it and see it in real lifetime as it happens. So we have this divergence that breaks down literally for another entry for this buy structure. All right. Now, as price progresses, it leads us to basically where we are now. Now, let's look at current price. So another question that I know some people probably have is, why don't I have a fib structure on any of this up here? I wish we were actually on a live Zoom so that I could ask this question in real time. But for all my people that know the rules, the reason is because our 23.6 is always our continuing structure, right? Our 23.6 means that we do not have a valid PRZ level. Our PRZ levels are our price reversal zones. Legend, 1 second. Our PRZ levels are our price reversal zones, right? So that's anything for that 38.2, 50, 61.8, 78.6, 88.6, and 100. Those are our PRZ levels. How far is price pulling back before we continue in our continuing structure? Okay, so once we have this structure here, pull back to this 23.6. Again, we know that that's our continuation. Where we have gone, or where we have gotten to now, legend, where we have gotten to now is our negative 61.8. All right. Now, again, this is our continuing structure. So we want to make sure price is stopping at that point, which is why, again, I don't have the fib on there, just because I don't really keep my 23.6 fibs on there, because I know at any point price can break that structure. But because we have this foundation level here, right, that's just a confluence to let us know, okay, we will be breaking down soon, but you just want to make sure that price is finished. That's extremely important. You want to make sure price is finished, okay? You don't want to be in a situation where you get in for a sale with nothing broken and price just keeps diverging, or shooting up. So you always want to make sure you have your confluences in line to tell you or to give you where you are. Legend, 1 second, mommy's almost done. Where was I? Okay. Really, guys, y'all, he's really about to act up, so I'm getting ready to cut it short. But we are on a foundation level here, and it's a weekly foundation level, so make sure we don't have any consolidation in here. But I'm looking for a sale of this soon. Sorry, you guys. Sorry, I just had to give him his bottle. But we're looking for a sale. I'm looking for a sale on this structure. And then let's say we should have a pullback somewhere in here. You see, we have all of this resistance all through this point. We were we had when was this breakout? I think this breakout was like Thursday. Let's see. Yep, this breakout was Thursday. We had a lot of bullish momentum, and now all Friday we've really been, I would say, consolidating in an ascending and diverging structure that's all through here. So again, just make sure we have an actual break before you guys hop in for the sale, and make sure that we do not have any push higher due to this foundation level here and the structure that's there. Because on the 4-hour structure, I'm not going to go to my 4-hour because y'all know this, the more I zoom out, like it gets really confusing because I have all of those fib structures on there. I don't want anybody that's new to be like, what is going on? But we have not reached a higher level on that overall 4-hour fib. So just be mindful of that. But as for now, I'm looking for a minor breakdown. All right, you guys. Well, I love you all, and I will. Why is this still okay? We're no longer in replay. All right, I love you guys, and I will talk to y'all soon. I will see y'all soon, and happy Sunday again.